So recently I got the Blackmagic Pyxis, and I know I haven't done a rig video just yet because I don't feel like I'm at 100% with my rig, and I want to be able to show you all the final rig of how I would use this for my line of work. And I also want to shoot a little bit more to make sure like I've used it enough to be able to give you all my thoughts. But until then, in this video, I really want to share with you all a super dope storage solution for specifically the Blackmagic Pyxis, but any camera that allows you to record directly to a SSD. So let's get into it. This is the bare bones of my Pyxis rig build. Like, this is pretty much the body, the cage, and then I have my Mofage PL mount attached to it, and then I have, of course, my handle. Like, every camera always needs a handle, and this handle is from Condor Blue, and you can kind of like rig it how you need to. And so I really love this handle, and it is really what I want to talk about in this video, this handle in particular, because it's something super special about this handle. Now, it's a regular handle, and it's a pretty sturdy handle. It's a comfortable handle, as you can see. But we're gonna take this handle off, and we're gonna get into the nitty-gritty of why I think this handle is just like chef's kiss, and it's definitely something that you should look into. So I have this top plate has NATO rails, so really I just slide it off, and then you have, you know, your separate handle away from your camera. This handle works again for any camera where you can record directly into a SSD, so it doesn't have to necessarily be a Pyxis, but as long as you can record directly into a SSD, you can use this handle. And so the one thing I want to talk about is, of course, as you can see, this part connects to the actual camera, but you can actually take that part off and then pretty much use it as an enclosure to your SSD. Now, what SSDs will fit into this handle is super slim, super sleek, super narrow, but it's super dope. I want to introduce you all to the Pro Blades. Condor Blue actually collabed with SanDisk to provide these Pro Blades that would allow you to use these and put it directly into this handle. You can get a 2 terabyte, a 4 terabyte, and a 1 terabyte. I have two 2 terabytes and then 1 terabyte. So I have a total of 5 terabytes that I can use, which is more than enough space that I will need to pretty much shoot on any day, to be honest with you. And as you can see, even these themselves are super slim, super sleek. I really love them. I thought they were really, really cool. But again, the way that you would use it is you're using this as your handle already on your camera, and you pretty much just slide it in, and it's very secure, and you don't have to try to figure out how you're gonna rig a whole SSD on your camera cage, which is the issue when people are trying to find the best rigging solution for their camera. So I thought that this eliminated having to have a whole another piece of gear to rig onto a cage, because you always need a handle, and so you can pretty much just slide that in, and then you have your storage. Now, the reason why I think that this is super important to talk about is because most times when people are trying to find a best rig, you have to worry about all these different gear accessories, and you also have to worry about how it's going to feel and how you can rig it. And a lot of reasons why people didn't like the original ergonomics of the Blackmagic was because of the rigging. And so I think this is a perfect solution to where you don't have to figure out another accessory to put on your cage of how to rig up memory, which is one of the more important things, because without memory and storage, then you can't necessarily record. Now, if you can see on this side, it actually has the USB-C, so it goes in through the back and it comes out through USB-C, and it can connect to your camera, but also it comes out through USB-C so it can connect to your computer. So you can pretty much use this as a handle, and once you're done, you can take that connector off and use it as an enclosure for these Pro Blades. So you pretty much just connect this here. You get your piece that goes to the bottom, and you pretty much just connect that, lock it up, get your Blackmagic, slide it on your NATO, and now you also have a handle. So again, that is in there for the most part. And then you just make sure it's tight. It doesn't slide out at all. Like, it literally kind of clicks in. And then you pretty much, your USB-C comes out of here, and it goes to the back of the Pyxis, and literally it's hitting, and you don't have to use this side for your, SSD. You don't, the way the Pyxis is made, it's already kind of like tough to figure out rigging. And so again, for me to be able to have a place where I don't have to think about the most important thing, which is memory and how I'm going to record, being able to just have its own place for that is ideal. So now I can use everything else that I need for all of my other rigging options and everything else that I'm going to need, like Pterodac and like all of those things. So I thought it was really, really cool. Now, another thing that I want to talk about when it comes to these drives themselves, these Pro Blades, is you can also get a separate enclosure. So if you didn't have this handle and you had already purchased the handle, whether it was through any other company that was not Condor Blue, Small Rig, whatever, then you can use this SanDisk Professional enclosure. So I just recently got this and it came with a 1 terabyte, and you pretty much can just slide it in, and then that's your enclosure. And of course it is USB-C. So you can plug this directly into your computer, and then you have an enclosure. So either way it go, you can use your handle, which I thought was really, really cool. Shout out to Condor Blue for coming up with something super creative like that. But you can also just get this enclosure, and this can read up to 4 terabytes. And again, the Pro Blades come with a 1 terabyte, a 2 terabyte, and a 4 terabyte. But this is called the Pro Blade Transport, and it's pretty much a very safe way to transport your Pro Blades. Now, one thing I do wish happened was that it could open, and I can use this as a Pro Blade holder for all of them, and then I can just put all 3 of them in there, and then I can just take this wherever I need it to go when I travel. That would have been dope. So now I do have to have a separate kind of storage place for all of these, but that's okay. But I thought this was really, really dope, and I just wanted to share that with you all. If you're trying to figure out your rigging situation and, you know, your storage situation for your cameras, specifically your Blackmagics, I think the C-Fast or the C-Express cards are really, really good, and I also use these for my Blackmagic. But being able to have a 4, a 2, or 1 terabyte, we all know, especially with the Pyxis, it doesn't have ProRes anymore. It only has Blackmagic Raw, and those files can get extremely big. And so being able to have something like a 1, a 2, or a 4, and being able to like have it out of the way of your rig and not have to worry about it too much, I just thought that was really, really cool. So I just wanted to share that with y'all. With the Pyxis, the reason why I don't have a video is because I'm still trying to figure out how I want it to work for me in my line of work. And, you know, rigging is a huge part of that. You know, that works for every individually differently. Kofi literally has a video out where everybody's rig is completely different and it works for them. And so because I haven't been able to do that just yet, this has been a really good solution for me personally of how I would want my rig to be. So let me know your thoughts. Let me know if you even knew about this. I didn't, and hopefully this can provide solutions to everybody who's trying to figure it out. But let me know your thoughts in the comments below. Share this with your friends. Make sure you all are subscribed. I promise y'all, eventually I might do like a 1 year with the Pyxis, because again, I want to shoot more with it and then really provide y'all a full on of my thoughts on it. And if it's still, a lot of people still ask me to this day, should I get the Pyxis? And so it'll come soon, but until then, definitely check this out and let me know your thoughts. Like this video and make sure you're subscribed. I love y'all. And of course, I'll see you in the next video. Bye.